Following total atomic annihilation, the rebuilding of this great nation of ours may fall to you. That's why we at Vault-Tec have prepared these educational materials for you to better understand the 7 defining attributes that make you special.
Are you ready for the Wasteland, my friends? I'm giving Fallout 4 a 3 out of 4. While Bethesda Game Studios perfectly delivers on a captivating post-apocalyptic, nuclear-ravaged world, this game is littered with bugs, cumbersome controls to go along with subpar graphics. Fallout 4 takes place in Boston, beginning in the year 2077, though it looks more like an updated version of the 1950s. Following the series' trademark future retro feel, players are introduced to their characters, either male or female, and can customize the person to their liking, changing intricate details like ear size, nose length, scarring, and eye color. Players enter the tranquil lives of their characters just moments before a nuclear attack. During the few moments before the bomb hits, your character's family is escorted to a vault where they are held in cryogenic stasis for 200 years. Once they emerge, they are left facing the wasteland that was once their colorful neighborhood. And that's where Fallout gets really fun. Players have full control of where they want to go and the places they wish to explore. They can become entrenched in the game's main story, collect items to build weapon modifications, or join some of the world's big factions like the militaristic Brotherhood of Steel. One thing that jumped out to me is how well Fallout stresses resource management and caution. It's survival of the fittest, and Fallout emphasizes that by placing dangers at every turn. Run carelessly into a firefight and you may run into a security turret or trigger a mine. Fire aimlessly and you may run out of ammunition, which is difficult to come by. In one of my favorite moments, I shot at a super mutant who then went into his house and brought out his minigun. Of course, I was turned into a fine red mist. But dying is part of the fun as the game employs you to explore different options for handling combat. Okay, let me take you on one of my missions. So I now work for the Brotherhood of Steel, who I mentioned earlier. Now this mission is about clearing out the ghouls. Basically, ghouls are creatures that have been exposed to too much radiation and are no longer acting normally. So I'm just going to come charging into the battlefield here. And as you can see, this ghoul catches me off guard, and before long I'm quickly overwhelmed and I'm dead. Now we're going to rewind. I'm going to try this again. So I'm going to run up a little bit, and now I'm going to crouch down, use some stealth. As you can see up top, it's telling me whether I'm hidden or I've been detected. I'm going to try and stay hidden as I go around this little bench here. And now I'm going to take out my targeting system. It's called VATS. I'll explain about that later. Target the torso, click a couple times. Now watch this. Boom, boom, boom. And with this laser, it's actually really cool. I incinerate him just like that. But it's Bethesda's creative and realistic take on life after the nuclear war that truly makes Fallout shine. You'll encounter 2-headed cows, 2-headed deers, giant scorpions, the infamous death claws that are capable of grabbing you and tearing out your insides with a single swipe. Equally as fun is the assortment of weapons available, from standard guns to laser rifles to bulky contraptions that fire pencils, screwdrivers, and other junk at targets at high speeds. What's more, Fallout has a robust crafting system that allows players to make modifications to weapons that make them more powerful and versatile. My favorite weapon is the Fat Man, which propels a miniature nuke at an enemy, but don't take my word for it. Go ahead and check out this scene.
Take me to him.
So this is a big boss fight right here. We're going to blur out some of the dialogue and cut back some of the volume so we don't reveal too much. But essentially, I've got the Fat Man equipped. So as soon as we're done talking, I'm going to deliver this awesome line.
In 100 years, when I finally die, I only hope I go to hell so I can kill you all over again.
And watch the fireworks. Okay, it's time to bunker down and recap. For the pros, Fallout 4 vividly recreates a post-nuclear Boston, and it's a marvel to explore and see all the sights of the city's landmarks. From the Massachusetts Turnpike to Newbury Street to Fenway Park, Fallout 4 provides its own creative twist on the city of Boston, and it's easy to lose yourself in the plethora of things to accomplish in Fallout 4. You can join factions, complete quests, build settlements, and explore and look for craft materials. Every aspect of the world is intriguing, and the quests aren't boring. Expect to log many hours into this one. The combat system in this game is really fun and very gratifying. That's partially because the game is very gory. Some laser weapons reduce enemies to smoldering ashes, like you saw earlier. Sometimes a laser will simply take off an enemy's head. Shotguns will blow off limbs, while miniguns shred whatever's in front of it. A lot of that is due to the game's Vault-Tec Assisted Targeting System, or VATS. It's essentially Fallout's slow motion mechanic, but allows players to target limbs and give them a percentage based on positioning. But as we move to cons, VATS isn't anything new to the series. It was present in Fallout 3. The issue is indicative of a larger problem with the game. Apart from some improved mechanics, Fallout does little to break away from other open-world RPGs. The dialogue tree in the game are standard and don't really bring anything new to the table. Continuing with that train of thought, this game is graphically disappointing. Fallout 4 is inferior to games of the same genre, i.e. The Witcher 3. Just as vast and entrancing an open world is a trademark of Bethesda, so are the multitude of glitches that come with their games. Fallout 4 is no exception to this rule, with characters walking through walls and voice clips cutting in and out randomly, just to name a few of the bugs. And finally, some of the controls, especially for the companions the game grants, are cumbersome and confusing. All too often, Fallout 4 attempts to set multiple actions to a single button, resulting in imprecise gameplay. Hey, that's it for today. Join me next time when I take you into the world of Star Wars Battlefront. Thanks for watching, and until then, game on.